Hey, Bills Mafia. We know there's only one topic every day. All Bills, all the time. And now Matt Beauvais and Sal Capaccio are going really deep, talking Bills all year long, because it's always game day in Buffalo.
Keep it going. Look at this. Look at this. You're all stars. Oh, look at this. Absolutely awesome. Keep going. You're on TV. Well, not really. You're on my Twitter feed.
Almost. Twitter and YouTube, but that's right. That's pretty close, right?
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Hey, welcome everybody to It's Always Game Day in Buffalo, live here at Barbell East. We are on Empire Boulevard in Rochester. It is Bills training camp week. Your off season is over. It's football season. Just want you all to know, okay?
Yeah.
Your off season is over. All right. Let's maybe we can bring it up. We can show some people back there on the. What a great crowd. Let's bring that up.
Yeah.
We'll show everybody exactly what we got going on. Check it out. Thank you so much, Matt Beauvais here, Sal Capaccio. All right. Make sure you. Oh yeah. I mean, this is amazing. They just want to be a part of it. I love it. All right. We have friends from far and wide. I mean, where's the furthest someone came tonight? I want to know. Where?
Somebody say Austin.
Where'd you say? Virginia. Can anybody beat Virginia? Can anybody beat Virginia? We got somebody from Virginia who came in. That's right. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming here tonight from Virginia. All right. Must be a big Bills fan.
This is like that thing at the wedding where the oldest couple is out on the dance floor and then it continues to go.
Oh, yeah,
you've
exactly.
been married 25 years.
No doubt about that. Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll have such fun tonight. We'll wind up dancing out here during It's Always Game Day in Buffalo. Hey, we want to thank Barbell East. We also want to thank Fiddlehead IPA. Check them out. Fiddlehead IPA tonight. They're a big part of what we're doing. All right, out here at Barbell East. So thank you very much for being a part of the show, making it possible. Would not be, before I do anything, Stephanie Dolsky, our amazing account executive at Odyssey/WGR. Thank you so much. Stephanie's out walking around here. She's going to have some swag for people. She'll take care of you, but she wants to say hi and make sure everybody has a great time as well. All right, Buffalo Bills on the football field for 2 days. They are back at training camp. Let's run through today. We talked yesterday on the podcast about what we saw. Things that happened. We really liked the day that Max Hairston had yesterday, the rookie cornerback. How about today? Who impressed you, Matt Beauvais?
Well, there's a lot of guys, but let's start with Keon Coleman. I think that's probably the easy one. I think that's a name that a lot of people hear, a lot of people who are watching and listening are very interested in as we're getting ready for his second year in the NFL. Yesterday was admittedly a bit of a slow start for Keon Coleman. That's probably not a surprise. They were doing a lot of red zone work. In the red zone, you don't have a ton of space to separate. Keon Coleman, not a great separator, so he did not have a great start. But today it was a lot of the intermediate game. I really liked how much they used him. They looked to him a lot, and it looked like he was on the same page from Josh Allen. So I think Keon Coleman had a very strong second day to camp, which is a really good thing for the Bills. You got a long way to go. It's just one day, but hey, a good day is better than a bad day.
I'm going to stick with the wide receivers. I'm going to say Curtis Samuel, I thought, had a really strong day today.
Yeah.
I thought the Bills worked their intermediate passing game today quite a bit. They were going 15 to 20 yards downfield. Curtis Samuel making a few catches, 7-on-7, 11-on-11, did a really nice job to get open for Josh Allen. This is a guy that's very intriguing for me. We've spent a lot of time this offseason talking about Keon Coleman, talking about Dalton Kincaid. Let's spend some time on Curtis Samuel for a second.
Yep.
Curtis Samuel's a guy they brought here last year. They gave him a decent contract. And I think the idea for Curtis Samuel was to be this Mr. All-Everything. He can line up inside. He can line up outside. He could play in the backfield because he was a former running back when he went to Ohio State back several years ago. It never materialized. He had the toe injury the week of the Pittsburgh Steelers joint practices in preseason. And then it just never was able to get going. At the end of the year, remember the Denver game, the playoff game, that big touchdown.
Big play.
Yep, big play. I feel like this year they're kind of using last year as a wash. Okay, it didn't happen last year, but it was because of the injuries. I think they have big plans for how they want to utilize him in this offense.
I think we can probably pretty confidently say the top three wide receivers on their roster right now are Khalil Shakir, Joshua Palmer, and Keon Coleman. Would we agree?
Yes.
So that brings us to Curtis Samuel and Elijah Moore. I think that is the interesting camp battle that we need to watch, because I think both of those guys are not going to just be fighting to make the team. They're going to make the team, but fighting to get on the field. Right now, I think there's a bigger role for Curtis Samuel just because he has a year under his belt. Even though he didn't get a ton of snaps, they were looking to him in the big moments. We talked about the Denver playoff game. How about the Chiefs playoff game? It was 4th and goal, and they were down 7, and they threw to him on 4th and goal for a touchdown, and he made the play. And it was a really tough catch to make to reel in. So I like Curtis Samuel. I feel like you almost have to wipe the first year just because we don't know how significant the injury was. But Elijah Moore is knocking on the door, and he's going to be probably a little bit of a training camp darling. And if he starts to carve out a bigger role, then is Curtis Samuel even on the field? Like, it's a very legitimate question.
I mean, I think he's on the team, though. The contract
Definitely,
just kind of, it prohibits you from moving on from him. But I think they have some plans for him. And then I haven't seen much from Elijah Moore, but I'll say this. I think Elijah Moore is the kind of guy that maybe wait till the pads come on. Maybe wait to see how they go up in press coverage on him, how he can do things. Right now, it's a little tough. I love what Joe Brady said today about Keon Coleman. He said, you can't judge Keon basically until the pads come on. He's a physical receiver. That's not his game. Shorts and T-shirt isn't Keon Coleman's game.
Mm-hmm.
Being physical, guys getting into him, trying to get off the line of scrimmage, separating physically down the field, that's more Keon Coleman's game.
Yeah, and it's interesting how they've put together this wide receiver room because it's clear they were looking for something that they didn't really have, right? Khalil Shakir is a very, very good wide receiver, but he's a run-after-catch kind of guy. Keon Coleman, not a separator. Curtis Samuel, let's say somewhere in the middle. Then this offseason, what do? They add Josh Palmer and they add Elijah Moore, two players who are known to be able to separate. And I think that's going to help the offense and give them a dimension that they have not had recently. Well, since Stephon Diggs left, because he was really, really good at getting open.
No doubt about it. Talking wide receivers right now, obviously a big part of the Buffalo Bills game plan is to spread the ball around. Once again, Joe Brady meets with the media. Everybody eats. It says
everybody eats
on his cap.
Everybody eats chicken wings.
Everybody eats chicken wings here.
IPA.
That's right. That's right. Okay, wait. We got to settle it now. I'm gonna do team drum or team flat here at Barbill. All right, team drum or team flat. Who's team drum? Who's team flat? Wow.
You're all wrong.
Wow.
And you can leave now. Thank you.
It's
team
drums. It's drums.
Yes,
I'm a drummer. I got to do team drum. I'm a drummer.
Drums.
That's right.
Yeah,
but I have come around to flats in the years. It's easier to dip with the flats.
So
and pull it off.
I like the places like Barbill where you can get all drums or you can get all flats. But I like if I'm going to get an order of wings, I want it to all be the type that I like. So I like the all drums.
So you're one of these picky divas that says, give me the all same kind of wings.
Typical TV guy.
I mean, I've gone out to eat with Matt Bovat. I didn't realize he was such a diva. I'm going to tell you, I'll pay more attention when he goes out to there. All right. And we all agree blue cheese, right? We're not going ranch here.
Yes.
We're all going blue cheese. Okay.
Love
just
it.
want to make sure on that. All right. Thanks a lot for coming out to Barbill East here in Rochester. Everybody eats. That's right. Chicken wings. And on the football field, Josh Allen throwing it around. First day, not a great day for Josh, but he made it clear, hey, I'm trying to not put the ball in harm's way.
Yep.
I'm throwing the ball away a little bit. He said statistically it doesn't look great, but there's an ends to the means here. You don't want to turn the ball over. Today, much better day, down the field, hitting those mid-range passes. I also thought it was interesting that Josh Allen said he kind of doesn't love being mic'd up on Hard Knocks. He wanted to make sure the Hard Knocks people knew that I'm throwing the ball away. It's not a bad day.
Yeah.
It was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was. And I actually think his start to the second day was really slow, too. He missed some very easy routine passes as far as Josh Allen is concerned. He is the reigning MVP of the NFL. There is nothing that you need to worry about when it comes to Josh Allen. That said, maybe it's a little bit of rust. Maybe it's a little bit of nerves because there's that many extra cameras around. But he did pick it up once they got into team drills. I mean, there were a couple passes today that he just flat out missed by a lot. Now, I do think that this is some new pieces. They're getting acclimated. They're trying to get everybody on the same page. But then when they went into 7-on-7 and then especially 11-on-11, he was zipping it over the middle of the field a lot. And I mean, those two guys we started with, Keon Coleman and Curtis Samuel, were the guys most often on the receiving end of it.
Let's talk about the defense a little bit. Obviously, some changes on the defensive side of the ball. We finally get to see Joey Bosa a couple of days in a Buffalo Bills uniform. One thing I have to say about Joey Bosa, he is a big, big guy. Like, you don't realize how big and broad he is unless you're near him, right? I mean, Von Miller was an undersized pass rusher. Joey Bosa he's a bigger guy. When you're standing, you can see that. But the good news is Joey Bosa is healthy. I still wonder how they're going to manage his reps here and through the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, today was interesting because we didn't see him on the field a ton, which I'm sure is the plan, right? They're probably trying to, hey, we know what we have here. We want him to be healthy once we get to the season. We'll use him sparingly. But I do think when they need a big play, he's going to be on the field. It's going to be him and it's going to be Greg Rousseau. That's why they paid him. They paid him a lot of money. It's interesting that they have a type now. They've had for a little while, maybe some undersized guys, some guys who aren't as big. Joey Bosa, Greg Rousseau, Landon Jackson, Deion Walker. Like, they've got a type now. Larry Ogunjobi's big. So they're clearly looking for size. And I think that might be a needed addition for this team.
All right, we have some comments coming along into the live chat. I love it. We are already, get this, folks, already we are at 1,100 live viewers right now, and it keeps climbing up. Plus, all of you here at Barbill. I'm going to keep the tally going here. We got how about this? Mike, can you bring us in?
There you go.
Mike, did we ever lose each other? The stream is still on, or is the stream not?
No, stream's still on. I still see the numbers.
I know, but I mean, okay, good. We didn't lose the stream. Thank you. That was me. I clicked the wrong button. Anyway, I wanted to say someone put into the chat box here, Tim, who's a Lions fan. He's got a Lions logo, says, "Go Bills, see you in February." We got a Lions fan coming in saying, "Go Bills, see you in February." Bill's getting some love right there. Just give me wings and Rudy's Blue Cheese from Charles Stone. I love it. All right, thank you very much. And then we have a few others. Nicholas. Somebody said last time I watched, Sal called somebody up to the microphone. Yeah, we're going to do that again.
Yeah, for sure.
We have some friends here as well. Where'd our guy Andy Young go?
They're
He's
going
here.
to get some wings.
They're getting some wings. All right, maybe bring Andy Young, but we're going to get people up here. If you want to ask a question, you can feel free. Got anybody that's got a question, wants to come up? Who wants a question? Come on. Who's going to be the first up to the microphone?
Somebody's already coming.
Come on, there we go. Let's go. Come on, bring it in. I love it. What you're going to do is you're going to come up. You're going to talk right here. Look right at us here.
Hold on. We got to add this because you bumped this out. So let's add this here. How do you add a camera?
Hold on. Let me.
Sal's going to get this set up here.
Is that it right there?
Osmo Pocket. Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Multiple cameras. All right.
Okay. There you go.
And turn the mic on.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead and
test.
What's your name? That's okay. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris, go ahead. What's your question?
Chris.
Hey, so thanks for. I actually joined you guys last year.
Heck
so
yes.
Yeah, there we go.
A friend of the
I can't really say
podcast.
it's first time, long time because it's long time, second time, I guess. But so a question that I had is last year, and you guys alluded to it already a little bit, but last year with the whole everybody eats mentality, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, all right, is this really going to work? And then it just kept working all the way to the AFC Championship game. How replicable is that for another season? I know there's some new parts on the offense and whatnot, but that's just something that kind of like lingers in the back of my head. Like Josh Allen is Josh Allen, of course, but how replicable is that, do you think, with the new tools that we have on offense? Do you think that is still very much something that can be successful in this current form of the Bills?
That is a great question. Everybody, round of applause to Chris for the great question.
Thank you very much,
We
Chris.
have to get our camera set up, and then we will answer that because Chris is currently the only camera that's up.
Okay, no problem. You take care of that. Once you answer the question, I'll do that.
Okay, so I think it's something that they can replicate, but I think it needs to be done differently. I don't think they can just do the same thing over again. Last year, the formula was we're going to run the football. We're going to just pound it down your throat. Alec Anderson's going to come in. We're going to bully you, and then we're going to hit you when you're least expecting it. And we've got Josh Allen, so if you let him get outside the pocket, we're going to destroy you. I think this year they want to be able to stretch the field more. I still think they want to run the ball, but I think that's the big reason why. One of the first moves they made in the offseason was Josh Palmer. It's why they gave Elijah Moore a little bit like a decent contract for somebody who is still available later in the year. That separator piece we're talking about. They didn't have that last year. Think about the AFC Championship game. Mac Hollins had somebody draped over his back, and Josh threw a perfect ball for a touchdown. 4th and goal the other way late in the game. He has to throw it through a seed hole to get it to Curtis Samuel. They didn't have separators. So I think that they can still attack you a bunch of different ways. They just have to do it differently. The most beautiful thing that Stephon Diggs did for Josh Allen was how much he was able to get open. And it's not a speed thing. It's the best players for Josh Allen aren't the guy. Speed is helpful, of course, but just getting open is an easier throw to make. So that's why I think they needed to get somebody like that. So I think it's something you can replicate. It just needs to be done a little bit differently. And then the other piece to this is that what is James Cook's role in the offense? Like if he's here, which we're all expecting him to be.
He's here now. He's going to stay here.
They're going to use him a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. But if Ray Davis is the guy of the future, he's going to be incorporated a lot too. They adore Ty Johnson. So I feel like there's a chance where both of those guys even have a bigger role than they did last year. So I don't know. Hopefully I answered your question a little bit.
Thanks, Chris.
Do you want to add on to it?
No, it's all good. I love it. Thanks, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying thank you so much.
You got it, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris.
All right, let's talk about James Cook.
Sure.
Today we did show up to drills.
Yep.
Today we finally heard from James Cook. Couple notable things that I thought he said.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, he said, hey, he's here because he wants to win with his team. He wants to be a good teammate. He also said he's not backing down. He feels he knows what he's worth.
Yes.
He wants his money, whether that's going to be here or elsewhere. So maybe he goes to free agency next year and he goes to the highest bidder. That's fine. He's here in Buffalo. Amongst the top running backs in the league. He said he feels he is one of the top running backs in the league.
Yeah, and I think that's probably true, right? I mean, well, do I?
I don't know.
James Cook,
do you?
What do we think? Is James Cook a top 10 running back in the NFL? What do we collectively think? Give me a thumbs up if you think he's a top 10 running back in the NFL. I mean, I'm asking a bunch of Bills fans. Is he a top 5 running back in the NFL? Okay, so collectively, a lot of no's on the second one. He wants top 5 money. I mean, he wants top 3 money. If he's not collectively a top 5 running back, are you giving him that much money?
No, the Bills aren't paying him what he wants. We know that.
Sure.
Right? That's for certain. The Bills aren't paying him what he wants, but
Yeah.
but we do know that that he does want to. We think he wants around $15 million based on what he's tweeted.
Yes.
And things like that. The Bills aren't giving him what he. Brandon Beane, when he says that they want him to stay in Buffalo, they want to.
So it's a very interesting thing to be monitoring. As far as AJ Epinesa, he walked off to the side with trainers into the tent. He did not come back. So 2 injuries, notable injuries to kind of keep an eye on. But, we'll see. It's still so early, and I don't know the details of it right now.
All right, here's what happened. When I hit my thing,
Yes.
I actually made that the main camera.
Yes, exactly.
So we can't. We got to have it on. So we got to put that back on here if we can somehow. So you got to work on that one, and we'll work on the other one. I don't know what happened here. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, we can talk about what's going on. There we go. We got to keep these on. Let's keep these on right here. Okay.
Yes.
We'll keep both these cameras on. We can come on. Andy, come on up, buddy. Come on up here, and we can
Andy
talk.
Young,
Andy Young,
Spectrum
Spectrum
News.
News. There we go. What's up, Andy? Come on up and say hi to everybody. All right. All right. Good to talk to you. Thanks for coming out to support, brother. You've been coming out here since we've been out all the time.
Yeah, you guys always support us, so we appreciate it.
No doubt.
Andy Young, who is the biggest X factor for the Buffalo Bills in 2025?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I ask good questions.
You do. I'm going to say Joey Bosa,
Okay. I like that answer.
because if he is right and he is healthy
Yeah.
and he is good and the kind of player that he has shown flashes of throughout his career at the right time for the Bills, that's key. A
Yeah.
guy who is a finisher, is a closer, who can make that sack of Lamar Jackson or Patrick
Sure.
Mahomes, Joe Burrow, whomever it may be in those critical games in the playoffs. And that's something they've been missing
Yeah.
throughout almost this entire run.
Yeah, it's basically been Greg Rousseau does it, but it's not nearly consistent enough. Vaughn did it before he got hurt and then
Right.
never was able to do it after the fact. How do you think they use him, though? Because what you said, you need to do it against Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Do you think we see him a ton in the regular season? Like, what does this even look like? 3rd downs only? Obvious passing downs? Like, what is the Joey Bosa usage?
Well, the good thing for the Bills is they don't have to stray too far from what they've always done because they rotate defensive linemen so much anyway. So they're
Yeah.
not going to ask Joey Bosa to play 75% of the snaps, right? If he's
Yeah.
down in the 30s or 40s during the regular season and they kick it up in the 4th quarter of a big game and into the playoffs, I think that's fine.
Yeah. Now, you said Joey Bosa. Is there anybody offensively who you thought about to give an answer for?
It's interesting because I think you look at Keon and you look at Kincaid,
Sure.
right? Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid. We've talked about it almost ad nauseum at this point.
A lot.
All offseason, but those two can unlock something that the Bills were missing last season. And I think Palmer and Moore also are in that same category of
Sure.
guys, skill sets that they didn't have last season. You guys alluded to it earlier, separators, guys who can get open down the field or get open in short areas a little bit better than they've had to give Josh Allen more reliable targets. So there's a host of players on offense I think really will be X factors if they elevate their games or live up to potential.
How crazy is it that what they did last year was with a Keon Coleman that flashed at times, but probably only really produced in 3 or 4 games, and a Dalton Kincaid who unbelievably underwhelmed. Like, they still were able to score as much as they did, to get as far as they did, because going into the season, you were like, you need both of those guys. But they didn't, and they still got to where they did. So it's almost like if you get a little bit more from both of those guys, how good could your offense be? It's kind of scary.
I mean, people thought that Dalton Kincaid was going to be one of the top 2 or 3 receiving tight ends in fantasy football going into the season. I mean, he still had a lot of targets, but for whatever reason, they weren't able to connect between he and Josh Allen last season. And you're right, to have Kincaid step into that role and be that dominating force in the passing game, that could take this offense to another level. If you think about it, I mean, Mac Hollins led this team in touchdown receptions last season.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Right? So there's room to improve on a team that set a record for the most points in franchise history.
Yeah.
All right, we're trying something else here to make sure we get that camera back. So
everybody, Andy Young,
there you go, Andy Young. There we go. There we go.
News. Thank you, Andy Young.
There we go. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, buddy.
There we go. Now
Appreciate
we're gonna. There we go. I think we can do it now. I think we're back to where we need to be.
Okay, good.
Okay, so move that to the feedback there. I think we need to do it. So hopefully you guys got us here. Everybody got us. Can everybody hear me right now? Hopefully you should be able to hear me right now on It's Always Game Day in Buffalo. Give us a shout out if you can right there. We're going to ask our producer Mike to make sure that we're back to where we need to be here. And we have the main camera on us. Very good.
All
See,
good.
we're able to do that. Just had to switch it back to the main camera. Thank
For
you
sure.
so much. All right. One area that we have not touched a lot in is special teams. You and I have talked a lot about Brandon Codrington, and if he is the return man or not. Have you seen anything that suggests to you that maybe somebody else could be the return man, or do we have to wait quite a while for that?
I think we have to wait until actual games for that. I don't think that's anything you're learning during training camp. Sure, you're practicing in front of your teammates, and there's still people who are running towards you, but you need to see live bullets in a game. So I don't have any idea who has the leg up in this competition until they actually are playing football games.
No, I agree. The other competition that's super interesting, backup quarterback. I saw Mike White today make a nice play, rolling out to his left, got his shoulder squared.
The Bills have a quarterback competition.
You think so?
The
Bills have a quarterback competition.
Yes.
At backup. That's
bad.
right. That's exactly. Not the starter.
Remember all those years when it was not at backup? This is a little bit of a better competition to be having. I think there is a legitimate chance Mike White wins the backup competition.
So by releasing Mitch Trubisky, they would save $400,000 more than by releasing Mike White. The problem is they would cost $1.7 million in dead cap money.
Yep.
Which you don't really want to see either.
The thing that worries me, it doesn't worry you because you're talking about a second and a third quarterback, but I don't think they can get Mike White to the practice squad. I just don't. I feel like another team who would need a backup quarterback or a team that has the ability to keep 3 quarterbacks on their roster would probably like a player like that. You hope that you never see them on the field.
That's right.
Ever. But right now, if you said you needed to play a game with one of those 2 players, I think I would rather have Mike White on the field than Mitch Trubisky on the field. I don't know if that's crazy. I feel like the variance is higher. I feel like Mike White's going to throw it all over the place and not be afraid to make mistakes and maybe throw 3 interceptions, but maybe throw 2 touchdowns. I think Mitch Trubisky is going to be like 19 of 20 for 49 yards and, no interceptions and no touchdowns.
Somebody just wrote is this right? The Raiders just released Christian Wilkins. Wow, that would be kind of stunning, actually. After I know there was an issue going on, maybe with
there
something
was an
with
injury issue.
An injury issue. Well, yeah, that would be it. I like Christian Wilkins a lot when he came out of the draft. So yeah, somebody just wrote that. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's what's great about having a live podcast here at Barbell East in Rochester.
Yes.
We are just 150 viewers shy of 2,000 right now. We're over close to 1,900 live viewers just on the social media platforms. Plus, if you're coming along, watching, afterward, Sal Sports YouTube, Twitter, at Matt_Bove on Twitter as well, but at Sal Sports on YouTube. And of course, you can listen. You don't have to watch us here at Barbell. You can re-listen to the podcast wherever you pod, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere.
So we went to training camp 2 days ago, and I don't know if there was a big storyline to follow besides James Cook.
Right.
We know that he's here. We know that he's practicing. We have 10 days of camp left. What is your biggest storyline or the biggest thing you are watching from here on out?
I think it's the starting cornerback position battle. between Max Hairston and
Yeah,
Tre'Davious
that's a good
White.
one. That's a good one. It's obvious. Yeah,
And there is a battle. I mean, it's going to be either Trey White or Max Hairston. I mean, there's a starting cornerback position battle opposite Christian Benford.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, Max Hairston has really looked the part the first couple of days.
Yeah, he has.
Now, I want to see when the pads come on. He's a smaller player. He's not real physical. We'll see what happens when that happens. But I think he's looked the part the last couple of days.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is that there's just so much flash there, and I think that that's what they want. The athleticism is crazy. The speed is crazy. We've always said the Bills' defense has been good, but they've lacked athletes, right? Like pure raw athleticism. They've had a couple guys, but not a ton of athleticism on that side of the ball. He definitely gives you that. I think if you're okay living with the mistakes, you want him on the field. So I feel like he doesn't have to do a ton to win the job. I feel like he could lose the job, but I don't know if he has to full on win it. Like, I really don't.
I think he has to win. Here's what I think. What does win mean? What does he have to do?
Not lose it.
Who, Tre'Davious? Are you talking about Max?
Max.
But to not lose it, you have to be the number one guy. I think Tre'Davious is the number one guy right now.
I don't know if he is. I mean, he is. It's a rotation, but I feel like that's more of a
You think if they
respect
line
thing.
up in a game tomorrow, it's Max Hairston?
No, but they're not lining up in a game tomorrow. They're not lining up in a game for another month and a half. They've got
Well, you got to have a
time.
depth chart.
You've got to have a depth chart. Yeah.
And then right now, I think Tre'Davious White is the number one guy, and he would have to take that job.
And I think he can.
He can.
Certainly think he's capable.
Here's what I think needs to happen.
Uh-huh.
Don't make mistakes. Show us we can trust you.
Uh-huh.
You know where to be, when to be there. You're not getting beat. I think that's what has to happen.
I mean, this is a good comment right here from Baby Duck. Situational based and rotational, most likely. I don't know if that's the case.
They don't they did do that quarter two for a couple years.
Christian
They did.
Bedford and Kyrie Elam, the first game they played.
They did it with remember Kevin Johnson, was it Josh Norman, Dane Jackson?
Yeah.
All these guys did that.
Yeah, because I think maybe you're like, okay, we're going to get the most out of these players for, I don't know, 2 series, and then we're going to switch to the next guy. Max Hairston was drafted because of the athleticism. Let that guy be on the field and live with the mistakes. Yeah, we just went over 2,000 people.
Just went over 2,000 live viewers. I love it. You're all rock stars. That's
and then
amazing.
If you count everybody here, I mean, you're talking about
I know.
2,200 people. That's
I know.
cool.
Who else has a question? Come on up. You have a question?
All right, we got a question.
Wait. We got one
Okay.
here, then you're next.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go with this guy first. You're first. You know why? Because you're wearing a Syracuse shirt. Okay, I just got to give it to him. I know you got the Bills shirt on today.
You
Go
have
ahead,
to
my
turn
man.
his mic on.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name, buddy?
Ethan McCall.
Ethan. Hello,
The
Ethan.
God's honest truth is I was hoping for a younger person to ask a question, so we got somebody here. Go ahead, Ethan. How old are you?
I'm 16.
All right, Ethan, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, so as we know, Bills are a championship-ready team, right?
Yeah.
We brought in receivers, Joey Boza, right? Trey White came back,
Yeah.
MVP leading the offense. Makes you wonder if you can't get it done this year, when's that championship window closing?
Yeah, I think it's a very good
a
question.
great question.
Good question from Ethan.
Good
Everybody
question.
give him a round of applause.
And I have an answer for you. I think the Bills are playing it that they have 5 years of Josh Allen's prime. They have 5 years. They signed him to a 6-year extension, and they gave Khalil Shakir, Greg Rousseau, Christian Benford,
Yep.
and Terrell Bernard all 4-year extensions, so they now have 5 left. I think they're saying we got to win the next 5 years. After that, we don't know what we have from Josh Allen anymore, considering how old he is, how he can play. I think the Bills are looking at a 5-year window to win championships with Josh Allen.
And I think you also have to recognize that Josh Allen can't play this way forever. He can still be an elite quarterback, but I don't know if we're going to be seeing Josh running 40 yards down the field when he's 34, 35 years old. So I do agree with Sal. I think it's a 5-year window, but I think the further we get away from the present, the more it's going to be Josh is just slinging it all over the place because his arm is special and he's a very talented player. The one thing the Bills have a lot of things going for them. But with Josh Allen specifically, he has become such a great pre-snap quarterback that now he can beat a defense with his mind and he can beat them with his arm and with his legs.
Yep.
The fact that he's picked up the mental piece the way he has will allow him to extend his career and keep this Bills window open longer than I think I would have thought even a couple years ago. Because I'm like, okay, this dude is a mini bulldozer. Like eventually the wheels are going to fall off and he's going to probably hit a wall. I don't think that's really going to happen with him just because he is such a smart player. But I'll tell you what, if I was a Bills fan, I'd start to get worried in like 2 or 3 years if they don't have one. Because then you really start to wonder, if not now, when? Because I would have thought already that they had one. You really think they've had good enough teams. Like, they definitely have good enough teams. I do think, though, Josh Allen will win one. He's that good. He's the best player I've ever seen by a lot. So I think he's a pretty special guy.
And you're going to go to Syracuse someday, right? Because you're wearing that shirt. I love it. Go ahead. Sorry.
From Syracuse pre-college,
right.
broadcasting and digital
See, I
journalism.
can tell you want to be a broadcaster, don't you? I can tell when you jumped up. Way to go, buddy. You did a great job. Thank
Good
you very
question.
much. Really appreciate that. All right, give him a great round of applause. Thank you very much. There you go, my man. You come up. You're up next. What's your name? Whoa, careful. Don't fall. It's okay. Don't be nervous. You're all good. We're all friends here.
I'm never nervous.
All right.
All right. I'm Pat.
Hi, Pat.
And it's a two-part question.
Okay.
So what is the plan for Larry Ogunjobi
Yep.
and Michael Hoyt,
Yep.
since they're going to be suspended for 6 games?
Yep.
What do you think their plan is for the preseason,
Okay.
if they're going to play at all? And then my second part is, with them suspended for 6 weeks, are the rookies that we picked up on the defensive line, will they play more? Will
Yeah.
they be part of the rotation?
Well, to take the second question first, they have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, the rookies have to play. And
Yeah.
Sean McDermott said these rookies got to play.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
got Hoyt and Ogunjobi who are going to be suspended. These rookies have to play. TJ Sanders and Deion Walker and Landon Jackson, they're going to have to play in the rotation. The great question that nobody knows the answer to yet, Pat, which is how do you divvy up the reps? Because you could use these guys up because, hey, they're going to be on for 6 weeks anyway. But if you do that, you're not getting the proper reps maybe to the young guys, right? I think it's a really, really delicate balance, Matt.
I also don't know what Larry Ogunjobi's role on the team is going to be. I feel like Michael Hoyt got a long-term contract. I mean, 3 years. It's not like they committed to him forever. But their plans with him, I don't think are really going to change. They're just kind of put on the back burner. With Larry Ogunjobi, I don't know if they would have signed Larry Ogunjobi knowing the 6-game suspension because it's a 1-year contract. And then after they do that, they go into the draft. They draft TJ Sanders. They draft Deion Walker. They add 2 defensive tackles who I think are going to be on the field. That doesn't mean that they're going to play the same type of game as Larry Ogunjobi. The one thing is he does become a really nice insurance policy down the road, because how many times have we been sitting there in November and all of a sudden it comes up on our phones, the Buffalo Bills have signed Jordan Phillips for the 3rd time, or the Buffalo Bills have signed Quentin Jefferson. Their defensive tackle depth is so much stronger now than it was the last several years, and it needs to be, because Ed Oliver, very good, but has been a bit inconsistent. And Daquan Jones, ever since that injury in London a couple of years ago, I don't think has produced at the same level that they anticipated. They needed a younger defensive tackle, and they needed to add more bodies, and they did both of those things.
Yeah, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Great question, Pat. Great question.
Thank you. Very good.
Good stuff. Thanks, Pat.
All right. Thank you. Anybody else? Come on up. We got an open mic. We got
All
another
right,
guy
here we
here,
go.
big Bills fan. All right. What's your name? Where you from, man?
Sale, Matt.
Hello,
Pat
sir.
Quinn from Rochester, New York.
All right. Is
Hello,
this your
Pat.
daughter?
Nope, that's. She was gonna come up here and ask.
Yes.
I
I thought she was going to
to
ask a question.
Come on up here.
What's your name?
Come on up here.
Come on over here. So you got to talk into the mic.
Cora.
What is your name?
Cora,
Oh, that's
Hi,
a beautiful
Cora.
name. I love it. You have a question or a comment about the Bills?
does Josh Allen like scoring field goals or touchdowns better?
I think he wants touchdowns all day. All day touchdowns.
If it's
no doubt.
touchdowns, everybody clap.
That's right.
Is it touchdowns?
There we go.
Yeah, I
touchdowns.
think it's touchdowns.
That's
I
right.
told her Josh just wants to win.
He just wants to win. That's the politically correct answer to say.
That's
He
right.
doesn't care. What was your question, Jack?
Yeah, so I came down. We are St. Paul proper crew from downtown Rochester.
Okay, love it.
We're closing this week. So Saturday, we're going
Oh.
to have a one big party,
Okay.
but we're looking for a new away game place.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's a great
Bill.
question.
There you go. Okay.
Why not Bill?
You know what? I'll tell you what. Oh, that's great. Thank you for throwing that out there. Speaking of away games.
Yeah.
Schedule's coming up.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Do you go to any away games?
We do.
Where you
We used
like-
to go Cleveland or Pittsburgh.
Oh,
right?
okay.
We always do those, right? Gotta
Yeah.
do it
Yeah,
right
yeah,
around
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Sure.
In New England too.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we get to go there. Make it a library,
Yeah.
right? But it might be a little competitive this year. We went to the last one last year.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
It was a fun game to go
Yeah.
to.
Just-
It really was.
What are you thinking about the season? How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel really good. I'm really excited about the new players on defense.
Yeah.
Right. Just that energy that those rookies are going to bring in.
Yeah.
Let's be disciplined, but let's go.
Yeah.
Right. Get that off on third down. Stuff them. I mean, we have a lot of 3rd and 1s,
Yeah.
right? And then we have 3rd and 9s, and it's like,
You feel more
We can
confident
run.
in the 3rd and 1s than you do in the 3rd and 9s.
Yes.
That's how I felt all
Yes.
last
Yeah,
season.
I
I was
know,
like,
right?
oh,
That's
3rd
funny.
and short. I like their chances of stopping it. 3rd and 19. I'm like, oh, they're going to give this up.
That's
every
why
time.
safety is such a big spot. We haven't talked about that yet, so we're going to do that as well.
Yes.
So thank you.
Bishop, right?
Yeah,
I
for
saw
sure.
him starting today, right?
Yeah,
So that's,
it's his job to walk into because they help.
it is.
I think that's
It
really what it
is.
comes down to.
And they got depth around him, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they got experience out there. That's
Yeah.
great. Trey White, I mean,
Yeah.
where are you going to put him? I mean,
at corner. He'll start at corner. I think we were just debating that, him or Max Harrison, but
I
yeah,
don't
for
think he
sure.
could play safety.
Yeah.
I think he's just a little too small.
So you're looking for a spot to watch the away games with your friends now, right? This is a great spot. I'm sure that you can
I'm
enjoy.
telling you, I'm
Scouting
There you go.
trip.
There
There you
is
go.
our guy too. Our fiddlehead
All right.
is right here.
All right,
now.
well, there you go.
So, like,
Fiddlehead IPA. Good chance. Thank you
Let's
very
go.
much for the question. Thank you. Let's give some love to Fiddlehead right here. We'll bring it back up on the screen.
Go
Good
Bills,
question.
go top
All
the
right.
corner.
Good question. Corey.
Fiddlehead IPA, thank you very much for them to be a part of what we're doing here today. We got some great people that showed
I
up
think he
today.
was about to pop up with a
Yeah,
question.
come on.
Yeah.
This guy, you have a great barber. Anybody ever tell you that? I just wanted you to know that. You have a great barber.
That's all right.
There you go.
I blame teaching my kids how to drive for it.
Oh, my God.
Pull
Yes,
your hair out.
exactly.
Exactly.
Don't you guys think he has a great barber? I do. Go ahead.
What's going on?
Good. Not much. I'm John.
Hi,
I
John.
know it's early, but are there any under the radar guys that are worth keeping an eye on for from training camp?
I
You
think
know,
that's a great question.
It is a great question, and I think this roster is so tough because they're so they are young guys, but you expect them to make it like draft picks. It's so tough to crack it. A guy that I really like a couple of like OTAs and minicamp was Corey Couch, but I don't know. He's a defensive back. I don't know. There's a spot for him, but I really like him. He's versatile. He can play inside and outside. I thought he did a great job at nickel though during OTAs and minicamp. I just don't know if there's a spot for a guy like Corey Couch.
So mine isn't necessarily an under the radar player, but it's actually somebody Andy and I were talking about yesterday. We were watching practice. Deion Walker exploded a play, and watching how big he is it doesn't make sense. It almost looks like little league football where he's a couple years older than everybody and he's just towering over people. And then he did it again once today. And you're like, okay, I know this isn't against the starters. This isn't against Connor McGovern and David Edwards, but still that pure size and athleticism. I mean, the way Brandon Bean talked about him, Bean was adamant. Hey, if this guy didn't have a back injury, we think he would have been a day one pick. So for them to get him when they did, I feel like he could be, I don't want to say diamond in the rough, right? Because that's a really lofty thing to say. But I think he is a player who could play snaps for them and just be a little bit different than what they've had. So
No
I
doubt.
really like Deion Walker's
So,
potential.
Almost like Smurlus when he would tie up
Listen,
3 or 4 blockers.
he didn't watch Fred Smurlus. He's
Oh,
too
goodness
young.
gracious.
You watch Fred Smurlus. I
know.
watched some of Fred Smurlus.
I know who
He
Fred
knows about
Smurlus
Fred.
is. I could
We
not
are-
tell you a thing about that.
We're too old, right? We talk about Fred Smurlus, right?
That's why you got, yeah. It's the,
We're old guys. That's exactly right. Thanks for the question. I
awesome,
appreciate
great
it.
question. Thank
Come on
you so
up
much.
if anybody wants to. Come on. You want one? Come on. Let's go. We're all right. We like it. All right. Our buddy Brendan McDaniels, come on
Yeah.
up. All right. This lovely family that's in town.
This is awesome.
All right. By the way, some people in Buffalo may know Brendan from terrific lacrosse play-by-play man,
Yes.
St. Bonaventure basketball play-by-play. I love it. I'll be down in Olean again for the Coaches versus Cancer Golf Tournament playing in that. I'll be the MC and playing, so you got to come down and say hi, man.
I will, but you know that you don't want me on your foursome because I was terrible last time. You invited me out and I was terrible, and Sale was very gracious, like, "Oh no, you're doing great." I was like, "No, I'm not."
I'm not doing great.
It's all good. It's all good, brother. Much love. Hi. You have to tell everybody your name.
My name's Rowan.
Rowan? Oh,
And
that's a very pretty name. Hi, Rowan.
It's a great name.
I play flag football.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Rowan, what do you want to say about the Bills?
What's your question?
Is Josh Allen gonna win the MVP?
Woo! What do we think? Josh, back-to-back MVP. What do we think? Yeah. Everybody here says so, Rowan. So I think that's a good sign. What do you think? Do you remember what he said when he won the MVP on the stage? Be good. Your dad will whisper to you.
Be good.
Say.
Be good.
Be good.
Do good.
Do good.
God bless.
God bless.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Yeah, there we go. I love it. That's
Good
exactly
job,
what
Rowan.
he said. I know. How's life, Brendan? You're over here in Rochester. Thanks for coming by, and I know you're still involved in the media here, and you have a son that played some college football. By the way, he is a monster. He looks like he belongs at an NFL field.
Yeah.
Aaron's over there saying hi.
Yeah.
How's life for you over here in Rochester? Keeping up?
Well, it's great. We appreciate you guys coming in town. It's great
Yeah.
to have Bill's training camp here, and it's nice to see this big crowd here tonight. We appreciate that. So,
Yeah, it's very cool.
Can I ask
Very
you
cool.
a question?
Absolutely.
So a lot of you in this building probably don't know, but he's in the press box every single week as an announcer. So in the press box, he is announcing the plays while all of the reporters and the other media members are sitting there. So James Cook, 6-yard gain. You've got a very soothing voice. But my question to you is, you have seen a lot of moments in games inside that stadium. When it's done and they close the doors,
Great question.
what are the games and the memories that you think about? What are your favorite moments there?
I'll tell you, the favorite moment was when we had Taron Johnson, the 100-yard interception, the playoffs.
Coming right at you.
When it was COVID, and there was nobody in the stadium, and it was just insane, the atmosphere. And then I think the next game, there's about 6,000 fans in the stadium, and I kept getting texts, and people are like, it's loud on TV. Is it loud there? And I said, you would not know that this stadium was not full.
It's crazy.
And there's been a couple times, as you guys know, when a big play happens and the press box shakes.
Yep.
And that's a cool feeling when everybody's there. And, and we're not allowed to cheer in the press box.
Sure.
And I have to make the announcement beforehand. There's no cheering in the press. But we all know there are some moments where you just go, oh my God, what's about to happen?
Yeah.
And you see that big play, like when Micah Hyde had the diving interception against the Patriots, and he just came out of nowhere. Like for us, who we see this all the time, we're even like, whoa, that was cool.
Yeah.
And there's been those moments, and even during the drought, there is some of those times where you're like, I think they got it this year, and they would do some things in September, and you go, oh my God, this is our year. We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And then the bottom fell out, but then that first playoff season, we kind of had a feeling halfway through, like this might be the team that does it.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be the team. And as it progressed, and then being there for that first playoff game in so long, because I started with a team in 2004.
Yeah, I want to clarify something. There's some people in the chat who say, "Oh, I've never seen the Bills PA announcer." So I have to clarify what they think. So Brendan is not the guy you hear if you go to the game. So if you're sitting in the stands,
he's not
the guy that goes third down. That's not him.
That's not me.
What happens is in the press box, because there's the glass and the press box is shielded, he makes those same announcements of what happened on the play to the people in the press watching the game.
Yes.
So that you can get the official scoring press box announcer, basically.
Yeah.
So let's give an example. All right, here we go. I'm going to describe a play.
Okay.
You do what you do after the play.
Okay.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Josh Allen takes the snap, looks, throws. He's got Khalil Shakir. 10-yard gain, 12-yard gain, out of bounds at the 40-yard line, first down Bills. What do you do now?
Josh Allen pass complete to Khalil Shakir, 14 yards, first down Buffalo.
Oh,
That's
it.
There you go. See?
It makes me feel so at home. I love the story that you said about even they're back there. They're like, yeah, it's so good.
He's like, he's here. He's like, I'm there. I'm in the press box.
So
I know. Hey, wait, get over here. You got your lovely wife.
Sal did not give me the tackle. So
what happened?
So full disclosure.
Okay.
This is a family affair. So this is a funny story.
Yes.
So back in 2016, my wife and I were getting married, and Steve Lingle, who was my spotter, had decided he wasn't going to work anymore because he had his third child, and his wife basically said, you can either work for the Bills or stay married. And so he chose marriage. And so I needed to hire somebody new to be my spotter.
Okay.
And Scott Birchtold, who was my boss at the time, he said, hire someone you trust. So I'm out for a walk with our dog one night, and Jen says, that'd be the coolest thing if I could do that job with you. And I said, okay, great. A couple days later, Scott calls Jen and is like, so you're going to work for us? And she gets off the phone. She goes, your boss just called me and offered me the job. She goes, I didn't even interview. And I said, yeah, you did. You interviewed on our dog walk the other night.
Because he said you got to find somebody you trust.
Yeah.
So your amazing wife, Jen, is here. Come over here. Can you please peek in? So Jen you're his spotter in the press box, right?
I'm one of three.
One of three spotters. Okay. And what does a spotter do, Jen?
So basically, our entire role is to give who made the defensive tackle.
And you basically have like binoculars and you're watching, and then you point to a sheet that has the player's name, right? So Matt Milano makes a tackle, you point to it, and then he says,
tackle by 58, Matt Milano.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
I love it. All right. What's your favorite moment at the stadium? Why don't you grab the mic and tell us? I want to know what your favorite moment is since you've been at the stadium. You've seen a lot of football, or you want to keep? You can do that.
You got to
if
do
you
it
want to shut
over
that
here.
off. Go on over there so we have the mic. All right. There
You
we
got to
go.
go on camera.
Yeah, go on camera. You can do it.
You got to go over there.
Yeah, there you go. All right. What's your favorite moment at the stadium? Jen's been the spotter in the press box for years.
No, you got to go over
No,
here.
you got to go over there. And stay there. You have this camera.
This camera.
Ah, there you go. There we go.
I know, I'm trying to think. There's so many, and I'm trying to think of the ones that are appropriate. So,
Oh, wow.
My favorite moment is when we had the whiteout and the Bills were in all red.
Yep.
And we
2017.
Yep, against the Colts.
I was fairly new, and we could literally not see anyone on the field. But because the Bills were in red, we could make out the numbers, and we had a fighting chance. It was incredible to watch them play in that. Every single play, I was holding my breath because I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine how frozen the turf was, but that was probably my most memorable moment, watching that game and seeing it through. So much fun.
That's awesome.
Love it.
And the funny thing about that is, as Jen mentioned, she was new and she wanted to get everything exact. So the Colts are wearing all white. It's a whiteout. Yeah. It's at the opposite end of the field, so we can't see numbers. And Jen's like, I don't know who made the tackle. I can't see the number. I'm like, it's okay. Like, this is an extenuating circumstance. Like, no, nobody's going to take points off because you can't see in a whiteout of a team with the white uniforms on.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Love it, man. Love it.
The stadium stories are awesome.
That's amazing. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for bringing Rowan.
Thanks for having
us.
Jen,
thanks for being
Good
here
question,
as well.
Rowan.
Got it.
Good job, Rowan.
Rowan, great job. Give Rowan a big round of applause. We love it. Yeah. I love it. All right. Great stuff right
we
there.
got another one.
Come on up. We got another
come on
question here. We got two more. You're next after that. Here we go. What's your name? Where you from, man?
Sean Palzerano from Greece, New York.
All right,
sir.
I hate to say it, but I'm a longtime listener, first-time caller.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
We are season ticket holders, and we listen to you guys on the way home.
Thank you very much.
It's a long time. I'm also married into Bills Mafia.
Okay, very cool.
Right?
Very cool.
I just want to say, speaking of that, I saw a recent segment on Good Morning Football.
Yes.
About players who have their best seasons after their wedding.
Yes.
In the offseason.
Yes, indeed.
What are you thinking for Josh
this year? Well, you know what's interesting is when I saw that segment, I also thought about last year in a conversation we had with Deion Dawkins, and he was glowing.
Yes.
Talking about Josh and Haley and how much she helped him just kind of calm down and be the best version of himself. So when that segment played, I thought back to that conversation, and I was like, I feel like there's something there. It's not a coincidence that he starts dating her, and then he wins the MVP. Now they get married, so it's like, okay, what's the one thing better than the MVP? Well, it's the Super Bowl. Now, obviously, that is very, very lofty, but I'll even tell you a conversation we had yesterday after Josh Allen had his first press conference. I was like, it feels like he's like genuinely enjoying this again, and I don't know if he ever didn't enjoy it.
Right.
But it's a job, right? And there's so much pressure and there's so much on him. It feels like he's in a really, really good headspace.
I agree with that.
I know nothing about what a really good headspace looks like, but it feels like that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I really do think that like there's just something a little bit different about him right now.
I want to tell you, I feel comfortable because deep down, I'm a Giants fan.
Okay.
Who married into the Bills.
Yes, for sure. So Bills,
and
Giants,
we all love Brian Dable, and we all love Joe Schoen.
Exactly.
So it's all
exactly.
So it's easy.
But when I met my husband, who also answered a question,
yes,
the Giants won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay.
So now my goal is
to get the Bills.
All right, there you go.
I love that.
So that's what I'm hoping for.
So maybe
All
you're
right.
the good luck charm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
We had our good luck, and I passed it on.
I love it. Great question.
pass the mic to the guy behind you. Thank you
Great
very
question.
much.
Thank you.
Great question. Thank
Great
you very
question.
much. He wants to ask, and then we got you, this guy over here. All right. Great ahead. Go ahead, man.
Hello, sir.
What's happening? My name's Craig.
Hi, Craig.
I listen to your podcast all the time.
Love it.
Thanks, Craig.
I'm telling you, I'm one of those schedule geeks, and I love it when you guys
favorite
did
thing.
like favorite places. I'm sitting here, I'm like, I would love to go there.
Yes.
I can't go there because I don't have money, but I'm jealous. Like, it's so much fun. But seriously, I love your pod. Like, it's one
Thank
of
you
those
so
things.
much.
Like, it's part of my life now. It's like Jeremy in the morning, like those guys. Like, it's just you guys are kind of like family. Like, I feel like I
Yeah.
got to know you. So like, good or bad, like I feel for you, or like I'm like that's awesome. Like Sal with Max. Anyways, it's a family affair. You know this with the Bills,
Yeah,
but
thanks so much.
my question for you, it's good vibes tonight. Josh Allen, he's everyone's boy.
Yeah.
What was your moments when you're like, hey, this is a guy? I don't think anyone saw him maybe being MVP. I would love to say I felt that way. For me, 2018 Miami, they lost, but
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this guy is different. He's a baller. He like that lineup. I look back at him like this is what we had as a football team, and he single-handedly carried it. So I'm just curious, like, what was your guys' game for where Josh turned into it?
I have a perfect
for
answer.
this.
You go right ahead.
I think I have a perfect answer. All right. I will always remember the 2019 Cowboys Thanksgiving game when he fumbled the snap on the QB sneak and then still picked it up and got the first down. The minute that play happened, like Brendan said earlier, no cheering in the press box, but I think I audibly gasped of like, did that just happen? And then for them to win the game the way they did, it was just a regular season game. But in that locker room after, the pure joy was like almost nothing I've ever seen with the team. And I think it really was the like Josh Allen coming out party of like, okay, there's something different about this guy. So for me, when he fumbled that snap, picked it up, pushed his way through all those people and got the first down, I was like, I think they have found their guy. And then
you mentioned the Dolphins game. Which one?
2018, he said.
2018.
In Miami, yeah.
Okay.
Charles Kelly dropped.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I think for me it was 2 years later when 2020 when he arrived.
Yeah.
And I have a tweet that I wrote after the Miami game in 2020. I wanted to pull it up. You ready?
Yes.
After the 2020 Miami Dolphins game in Miami, Josh threw like 40 yards.
Yeah.
Right. It was COVID, so there weren't tons of fans. We weren't even there as the radio crew. We were back home. Here's the tweet I wrote. The Bills have found their franchise quarterback. There's no more debating it. No matter how many names. Excuse me, let me say, there's no more debating it. No matter how many memes you see making fun of or a pass or how many people you read tell you otherwise because they themselves simply can't accept it. The Bills have found their franchise quarterback. That was the moment for me.
Yeah, it's incredible. I have one. When you started to read that tweet, I thought about a tweet that I wrote and then immediately regretted. But after they scored the touchdown with 13 seconds left in Kansas City, I think I tweeted Josh Allen was worth the drought. Like, seriously. I was like,
he might have been anyway.
He might be anyway.
That's right.
I was like, this guy is so unbelievable for what he just did. I mean, that to put a team on your back and be able to do that is so remarkable. So by that point, we clearly knew, hey, there's something different about this guy, but it happened pretty early on. So
we got somebody else coming up here.
I
want to thank you. I want to show a couple of comments.
Thank you for listening so much.
All right, John says Minnesota and Josh made his first leap.
Oh, that's a good one. Somebody said
that's
Minnesota.
Right.
That's
Hurdling
a good one.
Bar is another one from Ralph Wilson Sr. on the and how about this
Ralph.
one? Steven Scott, when he drags Dolphins tacklers to the ground, it's just different. I love that.
Yes.
Thank you. What's your name?
Sir.
Hey, guys, I'm Tim Avery.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
I just want to say, I don't think people in Rochester and Buffalo understand how much you folks do. Like, we watch it. Us, like, true believers, know how – I mean, you guys have been here since the drought, through the drought.
Thank you.
I just want to say real quick, thank you.
Thank you.
I want to talk about something real quick. This is a little galaxy brain, so go with me. If you
I love this.
Okay. All right. Way back, was it two years ago? We had Bobby Hart, offensive lineman.
Yes.
Bobby Hart's RAS was something like 3.4.
Yes.
Like, maybe I could probably do that.
Yes.
Maybe. Not very good. And then we're like, why do we have this guy on the team? He gets out there and, they figure out, let's put him as a sixth man. And lo and behold, it's effective.
Yes.
Last year, Alec Anderson comes in and does the same thing as a more athletic, more skilled, better player.
Sure.
Okay, we've got this established.
Yes.
Now, let's think about this. When's the last time you saw an offensive trick play by our offensive coordinators?
Yes.
Well, I did see one in Baltimore that went awry last year.
Okay.
Josh got.
That's what I was going to say.
That was a bad one.
But that's pretty much it.
They tried. Right.
Yes.
Right.
And then before that was the perfect game. They threw the ball to Tommy Doyle against the New England Patriots for a touchdown as an extra offensive lineman.
But to your point, it does not happen very often.
Doesn't happen very often.
No.
So we bring in the best blocking tight end
I love where
in
this is
the
going.
draft, Jackson Hawes.
I love where this is
Played at Yale, genius level.
Yes. Yep.
Right? Are we? And then I was thinking about this morning. I heard Brady talking about how, hey, look it. Yes, our offense was so good.
Yes.
But we have to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
We also know McDermott has the mindset of let's grow. Let's have that growth mindset.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Galaxy Brain again. I think Jackson Hawes is going to play a larger role.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
Than
He'll
everyone
be
out
Jackson
there
Hawes
thinks.
is actually the new sixth man offensive lineman, even though he has a tight end. you can throw it to him now. That's 100% right there.
And I think to what he said the other day, which I thought made a lot of sense, if that's what they want to do, they can allow Alec Anderson to almost be more of a positional backup in case you need him, right? Alec Anderson last year could do a lot of things, but he was reserved as this is your sixth offensive lineman.
And the thing is, the other teams, like the defensive coordinators,
they know when he goes off the field.
It's easy.
That's right.
And now,
but a guy who catch a pass, by the way, he caught one today. Like he can actually catch a couple passes. He's a better athlete people think.
And it's almost like cheating 12 personnel, right? Because it's like, okay, if you're going to put 2 tight ends on the field, well, what if you put 2 tight ends on the field, but it's not a true 12 personnel formation? So I like your Galaxy Brain stuff. I think that's pretty good.
I'm hoping that actually.
Thank you very much for that. I want you to pass the mic to the guy coming up right here. There you go. All right. Thank you. Great job. Great job. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, I'm Lucas from Canandaigua.
Hey, Lucas from Canandaigua. What's up?
Doing well, thanks. So, quick question for you guys.
Yes.
Your training camp. Who is the most likely candidate for Brandon Beane to surprisingly trade at the last second for like a 5th or 6th round
I
pick?
got a great answer for this. I think
I know what you're going to say, but go ahead.
My answer is AJ Epinesa.
I think that's probably right.
I think my answer is AJ Epinesa because I wonder if one of the younger players outplays him, if there is still value there. And then you go, okay, we like the player, but we don't necessarily have room for him. The guy who makes this interesting to me is Javon Solomon. If Javon Solomon is awesome, right? Now, all of a sudden, in your room, you've got Greg Rousseau, Joey Bosa, Landon Jackson. Who else am I forgetting? Michael Hoyt when he comes back. Do you have room for all of those people?
The problem is, if you were to do it at the end of camp, you're already without Hoyt.
And you don't know Joey Bosa's health.
So I don't know if they can do that. So I'm going to go in a different direction and say, I think Ryan Vandermark could be a guy like that.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Right? And a lineman who he was the swing tackle, but then Tylan Grable took his job to be the swing tackle, but they keep him as an inactive. Now they drafted Chase Lunt, who could be the next Ryan Vandermark, essentially.
Yeah, I think that those are both interesting options. I don't know, though, if it's worth doing unless you're definitely cutting them. Because if you're definitely cutting them, you take all the assets you can get. But this year is just so much. Go win it all. Get the best roster you've ever put together and just go and try and be competitive. So listen, nobody's going to ever shy away from assets. If you're going to cut them, don't cut them, make a trade. But also, put together a really good roster. Because this team should already have a Super Bowl.
No doubt. Thank you.
Good question.
Appreciate it.
Would you guys say happy birthday to my wife? It's her
Happy-
birthday today.
What's her name?
Melissa.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Melissa.
birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Melissa.
Happy birthday, Melissa.
There you go. All right.
You know
Thank
what
you.
I- what I
Can you
won't
show
do?
the camera and pull it over so everybody sees it? Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Happy birthday, Melissa. You know what I won't do is my wife's birthday was on July 23rd, and we went out to dinner on the 22nd, and we were terrified that they were going to sing to her. So we're not going to sing to you because that's terrifying and awkward. So we won't put you in that position.
I think it's awesome to come out here, spend your birthday
happy
watching
birthday.
Always Game Day in Buffalo. Thank you so much. We
Happy
really appreciate
birthday.
that. Well, we're winding up our time here at
Oh,
Bar
no, we got
Billy's,
another
but
question right here.
that's all right.
Oh, we got more
we got more
questions,
questions. We can bring them out. That's right. Wait, we got a guy. I think this. Look at this. This is
Kansas
John
City.
from
Bills
the
backers.
Bills backers in Kansas City. He's repping in Kansas City, Buffalo, though. He's repping Buffalo and Kansas City. John for the Bills backers in Kansas City. What's up?
How's it going, Sal?
Good. How are you?
This is actually a two-part question.
Okay.
So number one, unrelated to football, better golfer between you and Matt.
Matt by a lot.
Okay. Related to football, you two are golfing together. Who's going to round out your foursome on a course?
That's a great
Wait,
question.
are we trying to win or have a good time?
Ooh. Let's call it a scramble. So
Okay.
win, but also have a good time.
And it's Bills players?
Bills players.
Can we go front office?
You can go front office.
Oh, we're both taking Brandon Beane.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say the foursome would be Josh Allen and Brandon Beane. I think I would like Josh Allen for just how far he hits the ball. Brandon Beane is an unbelievable golfer. So I would say those would be the two I would select. If I had to keep it just players, it would be it would be Josh Allen and Tyler Bass. Because the best golfer on the team is Tyler Bass. So Josh Allen hits it really far, but Tyler Bass is the best player. I also would just rather golf with Josh Allen than Tyler Bass. No offense to Tyler Bass.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so
You
much.
got it,
for sure.
man.
Great question.
All right. Thank you. Keep wrapping.
Somebody
in Kansas
over here
City.
had one, I think.
Another question over here. Does anybody have one? We got a guy in the Yankees cap. Does you want to come up?
We
Got a
don't
young
bite.
guy. Come on, you can come up if you want.
come up.
You want to come up? There we go.
What's
I love
up,
your
buddy?
Yankees cap. They're going through a tough time right now, but we can make us feel better. Go
What's
ahead.
up, buddy?
What's your name?
I'm Quinlan from Nyack, New York.
All
Hello,
right,
how's it
Quinlan.
going,
How are
buddy?
you?
Good.
Okay. What's your question or comment?
What's your opinion on Tre'Davious White back on the Bills?
Oh, that's a great question.
You know,
wanna
we
start?
talked about him on the field. Let's talk about him off the field. You know
Yeah.
what I noticed today? Every time Trey left the field and Max Harrison came on, they'd make contact, they'd low five, they'd fist bump. He's just so good to have back. And how about Deion Dawkins talking about Uncle Trey with his family?
I saw the general manager for the Bills yesterday, Brandon Bean, was talking about Trey White being back and almost like got a bit emotional about like, good play, 27. It's good to see you back out there. It's clear how much he means to the team, not even just as a football player. He's a very good football player, but I think he means so much. It's a little bit like Micah Hyde last year. Micah Hyde comes back last year. He never ended up playing, but he was still there and he meant a lot to the team. So I think they're expecting more from Trey White. I mean, there's a chance that I think he even starts week 1 at cornerback, but obviously he's a player they really care about. So it doesn't sound like they like Trey White over there as they spilled their drink. I think that was a great question.
Thank
Good job.
you. Thank you, Quinlan. Appreciate it, buddy.
Good job.
Go Yankees, too. Yeah, I know. Tough one. Tough series in
All right, we got
Toronto
another one
there.
right here.
We got another one right here. This
Of course,
gentleman here.
absolutely.
Thank you. Go ahead.
How you
Hello,
doing?
sir.
Lou Pickett from Rochester,
Hi.
New York.
Hi, Lou.
sir.
This question because Tony Mangione was too shy to come up. This
All
is
right.
his question.
A lot of vowels here. I like this.
So, other than Josh Allen, who's the only other player the Bills cannot afford to lose due to injury?
Oh, that's such a good question. I think I know the answer, but you can start or I can start.
All the other play they can't afford to lose to injury.
My
Man,
answer,
I might go to Deion Dawkins, but
was
it's tough. It's close.
I was going to go to Deion Dawkins first.
I would go maybe to Terrell Bernard. I love Joe Andreessen, but I don't know if Joe Andreessen could be a 17-game starter at middle linebacker and do the things Terrell Bernard could do.
I think that.
How about Christian Benford?
So I thought about Christian Benford, but you don't know what you have with Max Harrison yet. So that's why I didn't say that because I originally thought about it. I think the other sneaky one would be Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown is so good.
Yes.
He is so good. So that's why this back injury that he has is a little bit of something to monitor just because those things tend to linger.
Do you have an answer?
I do not.
Does Tony have an answer?
Tony, do you have an answer?
Deion. He says
Tony
Deion.
says Deion Dawkins.
Okay.
The Bills' offensive line
Thanks,
has been
Tony.
so spectacular. It's been so good. I don't think you want to see what it looks like without a spectacular offensive line. Josh Allen would cover up a lot of problems, but Deion Dawkins has been so available. Since they drafted Deion Dawkins in 2017, he's missed 2 games, both on the road. Like, they have not known a world without Deion Dawkins, so I do think that Tony is right. I think that would be the answer.
All right, thank you.
Good job to both of you.
You got it. You got it. All right, thank you all. Coming out to Barber. We're gonna be wrapping up soon here, so we can allow the patrons to enjoy themselves. Maybe we can hang out with them for a little bit. We want to do that, but listen, before we do that, we got to tell everybody we're going back on the road on Sunday.
Yeah,
we're going back on the road on Sunday.
Yes.
We're going to be at We the Hobby down in Rochester, in downtown Rochester, doing this same thing, 2:30 to 3:30 on Sunday. We're going to be breaking packs and cards, opening things up. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, cards have become even more popular lately. The trading card space is super cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go break open some cards. Maybe I'll buy some merchandise while I'm there.
Yeah.
I love these types of events. So seriously, I know we said it at the beginning, but thank you guys all so much for coming.
We want to thank everybody. Hey, thank you all for
guys
coming
all
out
so much
tonight.
for
We want to
coming.
show everybody on the camera. Wait,
Yeah, for
let's
sure.
bring the camera out. We can say, there you go. Check it out. Look at this. What a great crowd we have. We'll wheel over here. We got 360 over here. Check this out.
Yeah.
We want to thank Mike Robier, our producer, always doing a great job. Want to thank Stephanie Dolsky, our account executive, for helping set up here at Barbill East. Kaylee over at Barbill did an amazing job to be a part of this. Let's bring the camera back up. I'll show you here. Fiddlehead IPA. Thank you to Fiddlehead IPA for coming by. All of our media colleagues. All right, we got Josh Reed and John Scott and Thad Brown and Andy Young. Check it out. We got a lot.
Dom and Jonathan and Catherine and Elena. all
Everybody,
those people
thank you.
back.
Look at the
Thank you
support.
so
We
much.
appreciate that. So much love out there. So guess what? If you want to talk Bills, you won't be bothering them. You can talk Bills with all of our media colleague friends too. All right, we
And
came out here
so
today.
thank you guys all so much for being here. Genuinely, we very much appreciate it. We've been out here the last couple of years. I think the
Yes.
first time we did it was 2 years ago. We came back last year. We're here again. The Bills have continued to go farther every time we've come out here. The only other step that they can take is to win the Super Bowl. So I think next year, when we're doing this podcast, the Bills will be opening up a new stadium and defending the Super Bowl.
No doubt. Don't forget, come on by Sunday, 2:30 to 3:30. We're going to be at We the Hobby in Rochester. So come on by and say hi. In the meantime, we'll be coming back at you for another podcast on location and much more throughout the season. Thanks a lot. for coming here to Bar Bill East, everybody.